This is the Realme C11. Yes, for some reason Realme has decided to jump 8 generations while naming this one, but honestly, you can't really blame them, right? After all, we have second generation Pro devices being released out of the blue as well. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, questionable naming schemes aside, let's unbox the Realme C11 and find out what it's all about. Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech, and if you do end up enjoying this video, then please consider subscribing and turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. We have the regular yellow Realme box here with pretty much what we've come to expect. Branding, more branding, hardware information, price, which is said to be 9K here, but sticker prices are always higher. Anyway, we again have more branding, and then the back has the spec highlights. Let's now open the box and take a peek inside. First up, we get a yellow insert that holds some information booklets as well as the SIM ejector pin. Underneath that, we have the phone itself. Taking it out of the plastic cover, peeling off the sticker, the back seems to be completely redesigned. I really like the grippy texture here. Now while the Realme C11 completes its first boot, let's take a look at what else we get in here. There's a 10-watt charger and a micro USB cable. Despite the jump in numbers, looks like the C series is still stuck with the older micro USB. Now, like I said earlier, we have a completely redesigned back. There's a new square camera bump, and below it, we have much bigger Realme branding. Not sure if I'm a fan of this. What I do like is the grippy matte finish here. It helps keep smudges away, and Realme still managed to have a kinda color shift effect here. Then there's this smooth line strip that runs across the camera module and down the entire back. It looks quite elegant. The sides have this angular finish, and at first I felt that this would be quite uncomfortable with that edge digging into the palm, but the more time I spent with the C11, the more I found that the angular edge actually gives us a nice tight grip. The textured back also helps with it. In hand, there's a certain heft to this phone. That 5000 mAh battery inside pushes the weight to 196 grams, but it is kinda okay. It feels well distributed. The power and volume buttons are both placed to the right side. They're nice and clicky. As for the rest of the placements, we have a triple card slot to the top left, and to the bottom we have the headphone jack, microphone, micro USB port, and the speaker. To the front, we have a 6.5-inch mini drop full screen display. The resolution hasn't changed from the Realme C3. It's still an HD Plus panel, but then that's sort of what we expect at this price. The bezels surrounding it are quite thin, giving the C11 an 88.7% screen to body ratio. The notch up top holds a 5 megapixel selfie shooter. I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of selfies that this camera took. The skin tones look natural and the detail levels pretty good by 5 megapixel standards. Circling back to the display, it's a touch warm by default, but Realme does let us play around with the temperature options. Apart from this, it's nice and vibrant. Pushing all these pixels is the Mediatek Helio G35 chip. It's not as powerful as the Helio G70 inside a Realme C3 or Narzo 10A, but the C11 is expected to be priced cheaper as well, so maybe it's okay. That said, day-to-day usage doesn't feel quite as smooth. I noticed a few stutters, especially when opening up the multitasking menu or while scrolling through web pages in Chrome. Upload times were noticeably slow as we get only 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of unmentioned slower storage. The C11 has the PowerVR GE8320 for a GPU. This isn't something I'd recommend going for if you're considering gaming on your phone. The saving grace here is Realme's game space that helps us get the most out of the hardware that we have on board. In fact, looking past the occasional lag and random frame drop, Realme UI performs pretty well here. We have all the bells and whistles, including a dedicated night mode and even Realme Lab features like dual mode audio. I like how Realme has kept the software experience, especially the feature set, consistent across their entire range of devices. Where Realme has cut corners, other than with the internals, is with the sunrays. We don't have a fingerprint scanner here, no secondary mic either, and the haptic feedback, it is meh at best. But hey, we do get face unlock and that seems to work nice and fast. Powering all of this is a 5000 mAh battery. Now the Helio G35 is based on the same 12nm manufacturing process as the Helio G70 on the C3. We also have the same screen size and resolution as the C3. So going by prior experience, battery life on the C11 should be pretty good. As far as charging goes, Realme has decided to stick with the older micro USB standard and a 10-watt charger. And finally, coming to optics, we have a dual camera setup in here. The primary is a 13 megapixel snapper with an f2.2 lens. Initial impressions, it seems to get some good looking shots. It was a cloudy day in Chennai, still the C11 managed to capture the blues in the sky and the details of the leaves hidden in the shadows. We even have a chroma boost option in here that can help get more saturated images. What's interesting is that Realme has included a night mode, and here are a few sample shots. As for the second camera, it's a 2 megapixel depth sensor that helps with edge reduction in rear portrait shots like these. There's a good amount of detail on the face and the skin tones are decent too. So before we can wrap this one up, let's quickly talk about the pricing. Well, as of shooting this video, as always, I don't have any official confirmation of the price yet, but by the time this video goes live, you guys will already know what Realme has launched the C11 at. Of course, we would also put the price in a pinned comment as well as in the description as soon as we get to know it. Now, Realme has a couple of devices in their under 10k price segment, the Narzo 10A and the C3, both of which begin at 9,000 rupees. But they do come with better internals, and in the case of the Narzo 10A, an added macro sensor as well. Now, given this one has 9k on the box, I'm expecting it to come in cheaper, 8.5. So what do we make of it? I mean, do you think this is too much of a step back from something like the C3 for the price that Realme's dropped? Or do you feel Realme is indeed filling a niche with this product? Leave a comment down below and let me know. And also, if you want to see a full review of this phone, let me know in the comments. And if you guys want it, I'll get it done. And with that, I guess we get to the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.